Good morning, everybody. Rise and shine. Welcome and good morning. It's 6 a.m. Cup of Joy with Christine. And if you're new to me, I'm a mindset and money mastery business coach, as well as a professional accountant, and I help leaders create massive success and profitability in their business. So join us every week, Mondays and Thursdays at 6 a.m. And why 6 a.m.? Because leaders get up early. So thank you so much for joining me. If you're joining me, please say hi in the comments and where you're from. I love going back and saying hi, being able to say hi to you. So today I want to talk about how to lead with purpose. And I think this is so important because I think a lot of leaders, and when I say leaders, this could be people in organizations and executives and managers, owners of companies. These are all leaders, right? And sometimes I find that we forget to lead with purpose. Often managers are just leading their particular section, but not really talking about how it actually fits into the whole of that particular organization or company. So that's what I want to talk about today. I have 5 simple steps that I think are really, really important. And I see this as I do a lot of consulting, and I go in and help some of the companies and executives or, the CEOs or CFOs of the companies. I see this a lot. So I think it's really, really important to talk about that. So the first thing that great leaders lead by purpose is to know the why and vision, to know your why and vision and how that relates to the company. The vision and the mission of a company are the deep roots of the organization. They are what tells, the employees the why and the what. And, I think it's really, really important. And I think it's very important to start with that end in mind. And the great thing about the vision, it's something that to me that is really, really important, not just for each individual in the company, but it's literally from the top all the way down. The more that you lead with that vision as, an owner or a leader in the company, and the more that all the employees know the purpose and the importance of how their job relates to that end vision, I think it's really, really important. Some of the best companies, even today, that are leading with vision and purpose are the best companies, one of the best companies. A great example was Steve Jobs and his company. That vision was completely felt by, all the employees within the company. So I think that's really, really important. To instill it in the whole entire company. So the second thing is to lead with that purpose, and to lead with purpose and not chance. I think that's really, really key. And again, it's just having that very clear and concise path that the company's taking and that vision, where the company's actually going, and actually sharing that with all the employees so they know what their what it is that they're doing and how that fits into that long-term vision of the company. When you know that you're working towards a common goal, suddenly it's a different feeling than just coming to work and doing your job. So I think that's really, really important. Number 3 is, inspiration emerges from purpose as well. And I think it's a great analogy to, realize that leadership is a choice, first of all. And I love this saying, management is the execution, but leadership is the inspiration. I think that's a really powerful statement. I've heard it. I don't recall where I got that from, but I think that's a really, really powerful statement that really goes with today's topic. And, it's, again, that vision is knowing what is it that you do and why you do it as a company as a whole. And again, how does that incorporate to the employees? So really it's from the top down, so important. Organizational purpose emerges from the vision and the mission statements and also the values of the company. So that's, I think a lot of employees, have probably seen the mission and the vision and the core values, but they probably don't really know what that is and how that relates. So I think it's really, really important to really have that discussion. So the other thing is the employee appreciation. I think is really, really key. To talk about their successes, not just their failures, and really just, a thank you for what they do. And so that they also know the vision of the company as well, and that they can live and breathe it. But it really comes down to the top. It starts at the top. It goes from the top to the bottom. And the fourth item is to delegate work as leaders. And what that does is that instills trust in the employees of the organization. It's going to bring out the best in employees, and they know that what they're doing is worth it. And again, it's working towards that common goal and that common vision. Really, really important. The fifth thing I think that's really, really important to lead by purpose is to actually tell the story. How did the company evolve? And I think this is particularly important when the vision is really honed in with the company, the person that founded that company. And I think, again, I keep going back. I think Steve Jobs is a really perfect example of that. He literally started out in his garage and had this long-term vision that finally came to fruition, but there's a story behind that. So I think it's really important to tell that story, and not just tell the good parts, tell all the how that legacy became, what was the journey like, talk about the hardships as well, and the sacrifices as well as the victories. I think it's really, really important to just be really honest about that. And I think when people know the whole entire story that goes into the vision, there's an appreciation for that, but there's a realization of what they're part of. So I think that's really, really key and important. So just to recap on that, know your vision and the why of the company. Really, really super important. That's the deep roots of the company. Second thing is to lead with purpose, not by chance. And the third thing is employee appreciation is really, really key. And it doesn't matter whether this is a really big company or a smaller entrepreneurial company, or an online company and offline. I see it even as I'm consulting. It's really, really key, really important. The fourth thing is delegating, which really instills trust in the employees, and really just stating those expectations of what is expected from that delegation. And then the fourth thing is to share the story of the company. I think it's really important to talk about the hardships as well as the victories. Really, really important. That way, the whole entire organization can feel that vision and that power. So I think that's so important. And like I said, I've been doing some consulting, and I see this in some of the companies that is definitely lacking. So I thought it was a really, really important topic to talk about today. So I hope you're going to join me. I hope you found some value in this, and please like and comment below, and share this video with some of your colleagues and friends that that will benefit from this. And I hope you will join me weekly every Monday and Thursday at 6 a.m. and leaders get up early, so please join me with your favorite beverage in the morning, and I hope to see you then. All right, well, that's it for today, guys. Bye for now, and we'll see you on Thursday.